Hey guys, I have another soap coming at ya in my kind of pirate type theme. I wanted to do a deep sea type soap, and honestly, I had hints to Davy Jones' Locker, and then I was like Googling it because people can sue you if you use specific names as a maker. I know some people are not aware of this, but certain things are copyrighted. Certain things, the actual name, even if you use a certain name or certain wording in your business or in your product or in a collection, you can have serious repercussions. So if you're a new maker, I would just encourage you to do your research. Google stuff like crazy. Ask around if you're not sure. I know there are websites where you can actually check the names, like if it's taken, if you can use it, if someone has taken that and kind of copyrighted it or made it to where you're not supposed to use it. So this one, all of that to say, is a deep sea soap. And I wanted to kind of take my design from a little bit from the Luna Swirl. Since I learned how to make a Luna Swirl in Amy Warden's soap challenge, I can't even remember when this was. I think this was last late summer. Maybe it was like September. Maybe it was August. I can't remember. But she did a Luna Swirl tutorial and I fell in love with it. Like, I liked the look of it before, but once I figured out how to do it, I'm like, this is magical. This is pure magic. So you basically do a gradient from darkest to lightest and then swirl it. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to swirl it, number one, and I'm not doing a super light mix. I'm not doing any white at all. My fragrance oil I have mixed with blue clay, so the base of the soap does not have any white in it at all. I am working from near black to a lighter blue/green. It's never going to get like super vivid, but I did want to have a slight and subtle gradient for my blues. I am a big fan of blue soap. Like, it has my heart. I could get blue colorant all day long. I have like 2 yellow colorants. I probably have 1 brown, maybe 2. I have a few reds. But I mean, if there's a new blue out there, I'm just like, yep, I need that. I'm gonna need that, like now. I can't wait. I can't Bob Ross blue. Like, there's something, because I can Bob Ross like orange or red and kind of like mix some colors together in order to make the right hue that I want, or even pinks or some neon colors. But when it comes to blue, I'm like, they are sacred. They are in a collection all their own. So you saw I just poured from that little metal pitcher. That's what is it called? I was gonna say sterling silver. It's not sterling silver. Whatever it is. My goodness, what is it called? I'm gonna have to Google that and be right back. Stainless steel. Why was that so hard? Do you guys do that where you're like, I cannot for the life of me think of that word? That's what it is. It's stainless steel. That is a non-reactive metal. I use that for my fragrance oils to sit usually in clay. It helps the fragrance absorb. The clay absorbs it, and it tends to help the soap hold fragrance better. I do that with essential oils like all the time. When I'm using essential oil, I'm going to soak it in clay, sometimes overnight, because I do not want to lose that scent. But you have to be careful with what dishes you use in soap making, cold process soap making, because many metals will be reactive to the actual lye that you are using. The unsaponified soap can react and cause a dangerous response. And you never want to mess with chemicals. You just don't want to. And I know this is science, but you have to be careful with using different metals when you are making soap. So plastics that have a recycle code of 5 or 2. Silicone, obviously my liner in my mold is silicone, so that is safe. Something that is heat safe, because if you have a hot gel phase, you have to be careful. But also is non-reactive because you're working with sodium hydroxide, so you got to be careful. Anyways, back to the actual design. I went from near black to a slightly lighter blue, to more of a royal blue, to of a gray blue, to kind of a teal blue, and then green. But these are all very, very, very dark. They're very subtle. This combination, I really wanted a subtle, where you can see it, you're like, oh yeah, there's kind of a gradient there, but not like, holy cow, it's like from black to white. Like, I didn't want that stark contrast. I wanted to have a really nice subtle meld. And then if you've been around for a while, you know this design, this top design. I love this design. And it works really, really well if you do have high contrast, because it's just, I don't know, there's something so stunning about it. I've done it with black and white. I've done it with shades of purple and red and orange and yellow. And it's just, there's something delightful. As a maker, this design is fun to do, but then I also like the look of it on the finished bar, because despite what it looks like as an entire loaf, what really counts is how each individual bar looks when they're cut, because that's what people are going to get in their hands. That's what people are going to buy or not buy. So the individual bar is really what makes the most amount of difference. And this, guys, this is so sad. I was thinking of not even sharing this portion because it's pathetic, but I did it anyways. So look at how squishy this is, and yet I still proceed. What I should have done is I should have left this loaf overnight to sit. I added more water to the recipe than normal so I could get this intricate design, and I cut way too soon. You can see it squishing. See that squish? Yeah. So what I did was I left it as it was, and then I came back and separated the individual bars. I absolutely love how this turned out. You can absolutely tell that gradient is there, and some of them actually turned out a lot brighter than I thought they would. But it just turned out so lovely, exactly what I wanted. And I called this batch Fathomless because I wanted to, again, go with the depth kind of feel. And honestly, I can't remember if I told you the scent blend. It is peppermint from the Midwest Fragrance Company. I did do Black Sea, a little bit of that, and then I believe iced vanilla woods. But I wanted to have kind of a cold but also masculine scent blend, and this is perfect. It nailed it right out of the park. And with that color combination, the scent really, really hits home as well. I like to have the scent and the look kind of coincide. It's always fun when that happens. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. My name is Martha. I'm the owner and operator at Blue Haven Soapery, and you can find all of my items in my shop at bluehavensoapery.etsy.com.